Hello, welcome back to Al Talks. This is an introduction video which will be featured in every episode after this one. But here we go. So, this podcast is Al Talks. My name is Alex George. I am a stand up comedian, and this podcast I created nearly 2 years ago to just basically chronicle my journey into starting stand up. So, but there's other episodes that are nothing to do with stand up. It's just interest that I have. So there'll be it's mainly based on comedy, but it is a general podcast as well. So, um, if you want to support me, I have merchandise. This lovely podcast sticker here, Al Talks. You can buy that. If you would like to buy one, you can go into my social media. Links are all down below in the description on my link tree as well. You have access to everything. I have an Instagram page for the podcast. I have an Instagram page which is my personal one, but I use that for comedy. So you can check me out there, follow me there, and that is all. Episodes usually come out on Tuesday, but sometimes they might come out at other days during the week. And then on Thursdays, if I am around anywhere doing comedy gigs, I record comedy vlogs. So you can listen to those. They usually come out on Thursdays. And that's that. So yeah, all the links down below, link tree. I have Buy Me a Coffee now if you want to support me as well. Links for that down below as well in the description. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. And now on to the episode. This is sorry, a good episode because it's another heavy metal memories where I talk about the Trivium gig that I was at and the meet and greet. I think I mentioned it in a previous podcast. Yeah, I mentioned, I think, in a previous episode that I was going to Manchester to see Trivium. This is the gig t-shirt for Trivium, and that's the VIP pass for the meet and greet, which I got to do, which I'll talk about shortly. But yeah, I'm going to talk because I was in Manchester for the weekend. Then when I came back on the Monday, I did an open mic, which is the first gig of the year for me. And I'm going to talk about that in a separate episode. So, yeah, so I'm going to talk about the gig itself was at the O2 Victoria Warehouse, which is directly across the road from Manchester Stadium, Old Trafford, and the other Old Trafford, which is the cricket ground, which I didn't know. That's why the stadium's named after. What can I say? It was really cool to meet the band because, like I said, I think I mentioned in the previous episode as well that my sister, excuse me, that it was my sister that got me into them probably 14, 15 years ago. And, it was great to finally meet the band and have a little chat and stuff like that. The gig itself, there was two support acts, Malevolence and Heaven Shall Burn. Now, oh yeah, in terms of the merch that I got for VIP meet and greet, you get this pass, got this cool patch, which I'll have to find space somewhere to put it in, and this cool hat that I'm wearing currently. And this is kind of Trivium's new kind of logo, kind of slight alterations to the original, but I think it's still pretty cool. I don't actually have the albums with me, signed ones, because my sister has those at the moment. Once I get them, I will show you pictures, or I might just, I don't know, post pictures up or whatever. Is there something wrong? No, I don't think there's. Thought for a second that the camera was off, but it's not because the camera's clearly working. Unless this video has no video, that'll be awkward. But anyway, so the venue is essentially basically an old warehouse on the docks. What I presume used to be the docks of Manchester, because I've never been to Manchester, so it was my first time being there. really like it. Pretty cool city. And so while we were there, so Malevolent started playing. They're not a bad band. It's just that I prefer the heavier kind of bands, like more like death metal, black metal. Some of their songs are very melodic, which is it's some people's cup of tea, but it's not mine. So, like I said, nothing against the band. I did enjoy their act. A lot of crowd surfing, and then some water break, and then yeah, a lot of crowd surfing when they played. And then the second act to come on was Heaven Shall Burn, a German band who were much heavier in sound, which I really enjoyed. I've actually started listening to them since. Um, I've never heard them before, but they've been apparently good friends with Trivium for a number of years, so it was one of the reasons why they were on the show. Also seen probably one of the largest circuit pits I've ever seen since the Slayer concert, which was pretty cool, I thought. And then I'm just kind of lost for words. Oh yeah, I'll talk about slightly about the meet and greet. I went with my older sister who got me into them, and then we brought up old CDs. I think it was this. No, it was Ascendancy was one of them, and Remember to Inferno, and on it was like I think I can't remember when it came out, but it was like early 2000s that those albums came out in, and when Matt was taking out the inside where all the lyrics are and the song titles, he was like, "Oh guys, look, old school merch," because everyone in the line, because there's only about 17 of us for meet and greet, everyone in the line had like vinyls of the In the Court of the Dragon, which is not their last album, but their second last album that they released, which I thought was pretty cool in itself, because vinyls make a huge comeback. But I think the guys really appreciate the fact that we had the old school, the original stuff, the CDs, which I thought was deadly. Even like Machine Head recently with their new album released, like 8-deck cassette tapes, which I really wanted to buy because they were like red in color, because all cassette tapes were black, white, or clear. I like the clear ones the most. I think I actually have some here while we're talking crap about old school music. And here comes everything coming. Yeah, like they look like this. Here's a little blast from the past. And if they broke, I knew that was gonna happen. Kind of knew it the minute I started pulling on those cassette tapes that the other thing would come down. Big Yoda cup, which I should show you. It's a pretty cool gift. And here's a little. This is actually a McDonald's promo thingy when Lego the Lego movie came out. But yeah, so if these cassette tape deck thingies are broken, I don't know if you can see on the inside here, there's a bit of like white. So what you'd have to do if they ever did that, you'd have to take a pen or a pencil and you'd have to wind it back up so it would play properly. It had like two sides, A and B. This is actually Dolby Pro HX, which, yeah, but the other colors like these clear ones, and there used to be like white ones. So it was cool to see that Machine Head had like just that they had. Why can't I talk? That they had, red ones. So anyway, so when Trivium came out and played, I mean, I was completely blown away. I actually have the set list on my phone, so I'll read out what they played. I didn't get to get the set list, but there was a guy walking by me who got the set list. So they played Rain, Flies, then there was a Talk, Betrayer, Thrones, Damocles, Strife, Shads and Stones, Drowned, WTDMS, Rat, Heart, Shogun, In Waves, and Pull Harder. Now, the last three songs I really enjoyed, because especially Pull Harder and The Strings of Your Martyr, one of my favourite Trivium songs, alongside To the the gunshot head of termination. So it was really cool for them to end the set on that. The crowd was really rowdy when Trivium started playing. There was like 3 instances where paramedics had to be called out because like a couple of people got knocked out, which wasn't cool. Like Matt called it out 3 times, which is nice of him because I've seen Slipknot and Megadeth do that before as well. So it's nice when Matt does that, or basically any band member stops the show to kind of call out any wrongdoings and stuff like that, because it really shows that he cares about the fans and stuff like that. And what else was I gonna say? I think that's about pretty much it. An awesome gig. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Would highly recommend going to see them. To remember, great band. And their new album, I think, is coming out soon, or it's in the works. I don't know. Kind of speechless. I'm still kind of trying to reel in with what actually happened, which is pretty cool. But I think that's it, yeah. So the next episode will be me talking about my first gig when I came back from Manchester. First gig of 2023, which went... it was surprising and unexpected, let's just say the least. But that'll be in the next episode, which you shall see next week. But anyway, that is all from me. As per usual, at the start of the video and the intro, all the links to all the good stuff. And that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching, thanks for the support, and I'll see you next week. Bye.